It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we got a beer from Hohenthanner. That's the best way I can describe this brewery or pronounce this brewery. And this is their Kellerbier Hell. This has been a brewery since, I imagine it goes back a good 100, 200 years. Generally with Germany they do. 1864, have a look at that. It's in a 500 milliliter bottle, nice dark brown bottle with what looks like a green tree on a gold bottle cap. The beer's coming in at ABV is 5% ABV. So without further ado then, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. Look at that. Look at that. Lovely, hazy German lager. So we got a 1 to 2 finger white head, good levels of carbonation as that carbonation is making its way to the top of the glass there. There's a little bit of sediment in the top. You can see the bottom of the glass here. It's not clear. You can see the actual sediment making its way down to the bottom now. But as I raise the glass down, you can see a lot more of the sediment is kind of suspended in the top of the glass. So a Kellerbier. Keller means to store, Keller means cellar. So it is a lager that's gone through the kind of cellaring process in Germany there. It's a really, really old style of beer. You can pick this beer up if you want from our channel sponsor, beersofeurope.co.uk. Beers of Europe, the largest online beer store in the UK with a fabulous range of beer from all over the world. If you're like me, you like to do a little bit of travelling, or if you've worked away over the years and you've found that wonderful beer where you've worked away or you've travelled on holiday and you want it back in the UK, the best place to find it is beersofeurope.co.uk. There's a link in the description box of the video. Go and take a look. Have a look at their beers. There's beers from all over the world, literally, on that website, not just Europe. Okay then, let's get the aroma on this beer then. But yeah, it's a straw-coloured hazy lager with a bit of sediment in the bottom. Aroma. It's just fantastic. I've gone through a stage that is absolutely brilliant. A little bit of stinging nettle on the aroma. Very hoppy, kind of traditional kind of stinging nettle, German hops coming through. A little sense of that kind of sweetness in there, coming from the malts in the beer, the light malts. Peppery, spicy, it smells fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I've gone through a stage, the supermarkets in the autumn have brought out, literally, Asda, Morrison's, Tesco and Sainsbury's, they brought out a ton of beer between them. And I reviewed it all. And whilst I was reviewing that beer in early October, end of September, early October, I was thinking to myself, boy, oh boy, am I missing my German beer. That's what was really going on in my head there. So it's really good to get back to the real good quality German beer. So Prost, let's get into this one. Cheers, everyone. It's fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a beer. Wow. All of those flavours I mentioned in the aroma are just following through nicely in the beer. That stinging nettle. But the beer starts off so drinkable and refreshing. Unbelievable kind of drinkability to this beer. I have chilled it down. It's been in my fridge for, well, I got it out about 15 minutes ago, so it's had a chance to warm up a little bit. I like my beers to warm up a little bit. Just, you get more of that kind of flavour. You still get it nice and chilled, nice and cold, but it's slightly warmer to get more of that malt flavour, more of the hop flavour coming through in your beer. But boy, is it refreshing. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. Little bit of biscuit, kind of wafer malt coming through to begin with. A little bit of sweetness over there. And then we got that bitterness on the back end. So I mentioned earlier on stinging nettle. You might have heard me a few times now mention stinging nettle. Let me explain. The Darwin tree of life. We've all seen that Darwin tree of life, haven't we? Well, the hop, say, goes off on that branch, and the stinging nettle comes off on that branch, like a little kind of jut on the end of the branch. So what I'm really saying here is that the stinging nettle and the hop are very, very close cousins on the Darwin tree of life. So before we found hops, there was kind of stinging nettle. The brewers used actual stinging nettle to preserve the beer and to flavour the beer before they found hops. Of course, when they found hops, they developed hops in a slightly different way in terms of, you look at New World hops now, a few hundred years later, America, New Zealand, they got them tasting kind of grapefruity and passion fruit and orange peel and all these wonderful flavours. But they started off life kind of as more of a stinging nettle flavour, a traditional hop, a German hop will have, and a Czech hop will have that kind of traditional, kind of almost very close related kind of cousin-like stinging nettle flavour. But what a beer. It is so refreshing. It is so juicy. I could drink pint after pint of that. Hohenthanner Schlossbrauerei, Kellerbier Hell, and it conforms to the Reichsgebot 1516, which is the German purity law, where you're only allowed to use 4 ingredients: water, malt, hops and yeast, and then it becomes classed legally, it's a legal thing in Germany, as a beer. There we go. Water, barley, malt, hops and yeast. So I'm ready to rate this one. I love this brewery, absolutely love this brewery. Their beers are just kind of more than solid. I nearly used the word solid then, but they're more than solid. Pardon me. They're just damn good. They're just damn good. I could drink pint after pint after pint of this. I'm going to rate it. I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.